So, hi, hello, my name is Julia, and I could be your erotic photographer. And this video is about why people are scared to do erotic photo shoot, and in general, why people scared to undress, why people are scared to expose their body, what's happening, how you, first of all, you need to understand, are you scared or are you not scared? Okay, because if you find yourself avoiding taking pictures, okay, showing your face. In general, if you even feeling awkward to see yourself or to pose or to take any kind of picture, you can't. How to say, project yourself properly, or something wrong is with your visual acceptance, okay, or something wrong is with emotional level. There are many places where it can go wrong, but the first step what you do is you notice that you getting nervous about those things, okay, about taking pictures, about photography, about showing the pictures, about how to say, doing something with the pictures, or doing something naughty on the, during the photo shoot, or somehow any other way to show your imperfections, or in general being so how to say, paranoid about what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen, but you in general don't want to even go or consider this option. That's why. That's the thing. I just recently this morning been on a sunbed, and this receptionist was talking to me, and she knows that I'm a photographer. And there was this client, and she was saying, "Oh, look, this lady just married. They just married, and they definitely would need to try a couple's erotic photo shoot." And I'm standing near this counter laughing and saying, like, "Hi, hello, I'm an erotic photographer." I'm like thinking, seriously? But reaction of this lady, she was straight away, putting focus on herself, and she was touching her body and saying, "No, no, I'm not ready for any photo shoots. I don't want anyone." And that's it. And I'm looking at her and thinking nothing wrong is with her body, but she is straight away paranoid, because clearly there are some issues, okay, and women very often have issues with their bodies. So how to say, the first and maybe the biggest topic for people who would think that how to say, photography is not for them, or in general experimenting during photography, or making beautiful pictures is not for them, because they convince themselves that it's not like they're not photogenic, they're not good. They are not going to look good in front of the image, and that photographer who would take straightforward direct image most likely would not hit any marks, okay, and would not make this decision to go away, okay, because it will be just with these clients who are stuck on this idea that they are not pretty, not photogenic, not good looking on the camera, that they are running and avoiding the camera, is probably the hardest to please, okay, because you seriously need to work with that person and understand where is this worry and what is this problem, from where it's arising and what's happening, okay. So like I say, okay, people from the olden days were restricted in terms of showing their body in general. What you would do in the morning, you would go and quickly put something, on your body and close yourself, right? And all this time you are protecting yourself. And in general, if you have your partner, to be intimate with that person, for you it takes some bravery, right? Because how to say, again, this is another exposure. This is showing all your imperfections, okay. So physical level matters a lot, okay. And the reason why I want to talk about this physical issues with people, you see, I don't know, the stupid idea of this perfect people, online, or perfect bodies, or businesses who sell perfect bodies, or businesses who sell how to make these perfect bodies. This is such a bullshit, okay. It's like, yes, who doesn't like to see a hot body? I agree, this is visually, we kind of programmed, okay, to respect just that, okay, to respect the body which is in a great shape, in a great condition, in a great form. Most likely it's going to be the young one, okay, which I'm not gonna shoot, right? And for me to respect mature body when it's in a great shape, it's even more exciting. But I can tell you, not everyone can be at every moment in that perfect shape. It's just an delusion or illusion that people are living on, okay? And the reason why they do not take images, any images, I'm not even talking about erotic photographer. No, in general, they do not go to have that experience because they do not understand how much it changes you, okay? And I can tell you, I am talking from this point that I was there myself. Okay, I hated my pictures taken and I didn't like myself. There was some shots where I was convinced that I am pretty, but majority of them, which I received, they're always ugly or not right angles or so on. And I never, I never realized. Okay, and in general, this photography thing, you even become photographer. Most of photographers are also avoiding to take their pictures, okay, because they are behind the camera. They don't want to be exposed, okay. Photographers in general is like back singers, okay. How many back singers you see to get into the solo role, okay. So they very much aware, kind of, at least at the beginning. Maybe later the life and the job becomes a routine and they can't imagine person to be in that situation when people are freaking out when they're taking pictures. And imagine how much they're freaking out when they need to undress and take pictures at the same time, okay. And not only undress, but actually there is more complicated stuff to do with your body, okay, in front of the camera sexually. And then when you give them tasks to do, like, no cheating, no faking, and you try to seriously approach this so that we create a real and natural sexual atmosphere, sexual energy, sexual adventure, so that you can feel through every cell what's performing at this moment, everything what is working, and then you would feel what is not working. And most of the time I receive this like message after the photo shoot. It's like a first pancake, very often can be burned. So after the photo shoot, I just received this like a wake up call. Oh, you know what, now I know what I'm gonna do for my second photo shoot, or how I would display this and stuff. So the first time is always very hard in general, because photo shoot is an event. Okay, at my studio is an event which is complicated and at the same time simple, because you have a professional next to you to help you. Okay, why is it complicated? Because if you're not a chef and you're going into a professional kitchen, you can't create an amazing dish without help, right? And it's the same. Okay, if people would make their own pictures, and they can make pictures that they would like and love themselves and look hot and sexy, there will be no photographers. If everyone could do that to themselves, to the level of their liking, how to say, we would be jobless, right? But that is an actual skill, and that is an actual experience. And working with people, okay, you need even more experience than skills, to be fair, okay. Because knowing what people want and like is one thing, but understanding of on what level of vulnerability they are the vibrations are at the moment, and just feel, on what, how to say, at what adventure, how you can. It's very so when you are, for example, working in a McDonald's, and the burger's just coming out and everything is fast and quick, that's one of the process of the photography. People even do not realize, do not care what is this food about, it's a fast food, they quickly eat it and go, right? But when you talking about professional photography, right, when you are connecting with that person, you can't do great images, great shot with a guy or a lady who never done this before, scared and nervous, hate themselves, and in general experience a lot of rejection or resistance during that photo shoot to relax and just to somehow enjoy, they put themselves in the state that I believe that photography needs to last and give these people time to relax, to actually feel and understand what they're doing, and connect with their body towards that photography. Okay, that's what I think. It's not possible quickly, create pictures. Very often people would get in touch and they would say, I need six very hot images, and you sit and okay, I understand. You're calling to the bakery and say, I need 6 biscuits. I need just 6 biscuits. Okay. So in a photo shoot and in the bakery, it's a little bit different, but there is a similarity. Okay. You need to cook bunch. You need to seriously cook bunch with those people who are not models. They can't just come 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and go, because these 6 images, they're not going to be those pictures what they're looking for. First 6 shots, most likely going to be those who will go to the bin. And somehow people do not understand the simple thing in the photography. Photography is successful and you like yourself and you want to pay for those pictures when everything is on point, right? When just lighting on point, but you feel like shit, or you're scared, or you don't like yourself, or you did not get yourself enough time and angles or poses to try, and body expressions. And in general, there is, how to say, more than I could show you 10 lips expression on the face, not even touching, 10 expression of the lips. What if you talking about, just a portrait? It's very limited shot. But like I say, with the face, you can express a lot. Then you can put, your hands everywhere, and it's going to be another 50 shots, and you will see which one position is better for you, which one you connect more, which one is more expressive, which one is more, how to say, you make your collection. But to call your photographer and say, I need 6 shots, is going to be 100 minimum for you if you want to be successful on this project. And photographer is always thinking this way. How many this person pictures need to take to create those 6 shots? No, seriously, because people think that this is just like magic. I Google, I found the best images I like. I choose the hottest models, the most professional photographers, and how to say, the most trendiest or popular things. And then I want to be like this. Okay. And then they come to the studio and they see that their hands too short, the trunk too short, maybe neck too short, maybe the legs too short to actually fit in this posing which they shoot. Which they took with them, and they cannot fit themselves because they, by the body length is there for a very long model and they can't do it, or in general, it's very expressive and professional shot, and person as a model can create that emotion. And I'm always asking, do you know how long it took to actually make this picture? Because they think, oh my god, I'll just come to the studio, I'll just shoot the pictures, and I'll just be like that, never been in a studio, never done nothing. I'm looking good, I'm confident in front of the mirror, I'm gonna be just doing like that. But I'm looking always from the professional side, not from the delusional side. There are a lot of delusional people who think that they will slay it. They just so hot, so cool. They come to the studio, and then they, how to say, and then the subconscious mind will kick in. Okay, when there is cameras, when there is lights, when there, how to say, you could just feel there is pressure from nowhere, rising and coming. Your face is going everywhere, like, just relax the face, put the chin, and you need time to get back into your zone and get back into your, self. So the photo shoots, who are very quick and short, okay, it doesn't allow people to step into that zone of relaxation, okay, especially when there are a lot of people in the studio, when you are in an intimate atmosphere and with the person who you trust, and how to say, rely on, that it can help you, you can work it out. Of course you can work it out, but I'm just saying, people are conscious about their body. Some of them are really conscious and really blocked, and some of them are very delusional and very confident, but in both ways images can look like shit, okay, for you. Because if you do not feel 100% on the shot, ready, happy, and you know, you like the pose, like everything it goes into the image, and everything has to be there at that moment, okay? So sometimes you create this sexual energy, but then, you know, the face is not in the tag. Sometimes it's, you know, the way around it, and you just go and test it, and do many goes, so that you can match that idea, and that photographer is there to lead you and to guide you, okay? But I am just saying, there are so many delusional people who never did photography, who would come and think, I'm going to the photo studio. How long time you need? I need just 6 pictures, okay, great ones, excellent ones, and few outfit shots, and it's very simple and straightforward, okay, for me. But like I say, people have to take responsibility from their side. Okay, I am happy to take those clients, but I have seen situations when people in 1 hour, you know, in my opinion, yes, in their opinion, they would say, oh my gosh, photo shoot went great. And of course, why I'm comparing my level of understanding of photography to the person who, you know, did the first time shoot and never been in a studio and never, you know, never had pictures taken before. For that person, probably the shoot will be the most amazing and great. But I am always going into really high standards, and I always want to push my clients to give some performance, to give some show, you know. That's why we are there, to do something extraordinary, okay? Something special, something which is very secret and very, how to say, very precious for them, okay, to reveal, to release, okay? So experimenting with your body is one of the ways to understand who you are, okay, to accept yourself, right? It is, how do you say, people say, oh, be confident, be confident. You can't be confident if you hate yourself, okay? If you don't like yourself, you can't be confident, okay? These are two contradictions, okay? You can't be confident. Simple as that, right? And people, everyone wants to be confident, and everyone wants to look sexy, okay? And how you would look sexy if you're not confident, if you are all scared and shy and awkward and stiff and blocked and whatever was happening with you during that session, okay? I'm not doing anything sometimes, okay? I'm just looking and watching, right? And I do not take, you know, sometimes I even take pictures which I don't like, to actually start that person somehow to realize, you know, I'm not saying, oh, that's wrong, that's terrible, that's horrible, oh, you seriously, what you doing? Sometimes I would say and say, what are you doing? Oh, I think this would look nice, or I think this, you know, this is body confidence issues. I'll show you women, okay? Women want to take pictures up like that and pose like that, the hands like that, because they think the boobs will look nicer, okay? So they would go every time in the situation where they, you know, how to say, try to reach and stuff, okay? No, seriously. There are a lot of women. And another pose which is really funny is the legs up pose, okay? Because I've been asked a lot of time. I don't know why the ladies like it, but when ladies have a significant weight, it's very good to take pictures when they're lying down, okay? And just shape their bodies in the other way. So that's another thing. But my photography, it's not about making images and putting you in a perfect pose and let you delusionally suffer about some kind of perfections in the world, okay? My photography is about being realistic. Okay, now you're looking this way, later you can look in the other way. Okay, but you need to understand how you're looking now so that you can have yourself better later. Okay, and like I say, you can indicate it straight away. First, you will see how many pictures you make, okay, how many images you take, how many images you have, how many images you have really good and hot ones, okay. You know, I am talking about people who are blocked for photography, for a photo shoot, people who are scared. Some people know they are scared and they know reasons why they're scared. I can tell you, body issue is one reason, one reason. The second reason is when they are undressing, they're also referring it that, oh my gosh, I'm going to be now on every porn site and all the world will see me and I don't want to be a porn movie star, although they're not shooting in a porn studio. But that's what's happening in their head when they're undressing. They straight away refer themselves to that direction, okay? And they got scared. No, no, I don't want to do a photo shoot because I don't want to be a porn star. But it's how to say, it's really not gonna happen, because to be a porn star you need to do a lot of photo shoot and different kind of photo shoot, and have your own managers and so on and so on. And that's, you know, but they are scared because of this, the whole experience. It's kind of reminding them to that porn business. I believe that porn business is for people who want to make money with their body, and there is erotic photographer, and you know, in general, photography is session where people are doing it for experience, for knowledge, for confidence, right? What they're doing there for you see our body is aging, you know, and to memorize and to celebrate who you are or who you become, or how you are right now. It's a photography, field where you can approach, and when you can collect all those moments, all those memories at this point. Okay, maybe how to say, when you will be older, much older, you will appreciate that you did it for yourself. Okay, and that's why the photography is here, for someone who wants to help themselves, right? And they can do it for themselves. Okay, you can take your pictures, you can take your images, you can even become very good at taking your pictures. That's exactly what happened to me. I was paranoid of those selfies. First of all, I didn't understand what that is. Coming back long time, right? And I was just thinking, why these kids are so crazy about these selfies and stuff. And then I had this niece living with me, and every time she would do something like a makeup or dress up or change, she will do all these selfies. And she lived a really long time, and she convinced me, okay, that I also need to do it. And I did it because I think, how I am going to be a photographer, professional photographer, and didn't kill those selfie situation. And then that's how, when I faced myself, I've realized that there is a lot of things that I don't like. Okay, there is a lot of things that I've discovered during photography and during videography, and in general, when I started those videos. Okay, so I started from photography and selfie. I started to accept myself, right? My appearance, okay, my makeup, maybe my hair and style. And then after that, I started talking on the camera, explaining something about photography, explaining about why people are scared, what's happening with them during the photo shoot, what's happening in my sessions. And I had this feeling coming from nowhere. Okay, that's why I'm very calmly talking about people freaking out without, no one is attacking them. Okay, in a peaceful and quiet atmosphere, right? I was in front of the camera, right, talking to the screen, nowhere else. But I've imagined, you know, my heart was pumping, because in my head somehow, with that, you know, how to say, vision of million people watching me at that moment, the whole auditorium, and how would I cope with this, you know, exposure. And I was scared, and at that first time maybe two or one people was watching, and but this paranoia was in me. Okay, and everyone has this cockroaches. Okay, And the life is full of these situation that this information is coming out and coming out. So my body acceptance or my personality acceptance was shaky. I can tell you was shaky. And when I start recording videos, the first thing what I didn't like is of course the lighting. Okay, but I didn't put much of a effort in this. I was just thinking it's going to be at the later stage when I will be professional. I will worry about that. But I hated my voice. Do you understand what I'm saying? I could not listen to any recording that I made because I hated my voice. Okay, so this thing is coming out when we talk about videography. Okay, but because when we take videos, right, and people are, having pleasurable moments and having any other kind of sounds, they feeling embarrassed about this situation when they making love scenes with me and making videos. It's not about only the visual thing that they embarrassed. Okay, they are embarrassed about making any kind of noises and being loud during the session, and so on and so on. So imagine how long I can talk about these erotic experiences and how long I can talk about those people's situations, because they arise from nowhere. Okay, you just make a noise. I can tell you how one photo shoot, one video shoot was not like terminated, but it went off. Okay, it went off. There was very intense sexual intercourse, and it was amazing video. Okay, very passionate, very how to say, long, passionate, hard, adventure for couple, right? And there was a sound, one sound which came out during that adventure, which ruined the whole thing, because the lady just went, she wanted to disappear. She wanted to dig herself in the ground. Okay. And I just felt at that moment that the energy, sexual energy levels twisted straight away. So one moment she is, orgasmic and ecstatic. And then this sound came out. Okay. Sound, the ear sound. Okay. The loud ear sound, which I've recorded. Okay. On the video, and that's it. Okay, and she got so embarrassed, and she got so this, and she was trying not to show it, but by the energy of the video, of the whole, that I just felt, like it's going up, and then the sound, and then down. And I didn't say anything. Okay, I've recorded, and then we finished the scene, and the guy went to the toilet, and I said, can I come and talk to you? And I approached her, and we talked about that moment. And she said, and she was like, it's not normal, it's not normal, I know it's not normal, I am so embarrassed, I don't know, I should have kept that air. No, it's not possible. No, seriously. And that was a freaky situation that I had to actually cuddle the person or calm down, and I say, look, first of all, it's very normal. Second of all, it's supposed to be like that during this type of this. Then I said, this is something very special that you have recorded. You need, how to say, to have few times like that to actually create something. So we're keeping this in the footage, and we are keeping all the sound, and I'm not removing any audio, so you can accept yourself, because clearly we just hit the mark. You are very embarrassed about certain things. She wasn't embarrassed about the body because she was in a great state. Okay, but she was embarrassed of her reaction. Okay, because when you're so much relaxed and so on, it can anything happen. So like I say, okay, this is very sensitive topic. Okay, body is very sensitive topic. Undressing is sensitive topic. Showing your intimate parts during the photo shoot is a sensitive topic, and especially when you have to touch yourself and create some kind of a not natural, not normal in a different studios or in a different photo shoot posing or scenes and scenarios just to, you know, why I'm doing this, not because I'm enjoying this, but because I am watching directly what's happening with these people, and what reaction, what this subconscious reaction, how it's coming out. Okay, because they can see it, it's coming out through the face, it's coming out through the body, it's coming out from everywhere. Okay, and the reason why I'm taking these awkward to them shots, that they could see for themselves, even after 1 year or 10 years, they will open this file, and in this file will be a very clear emotion placed in that image when they felt awkward, and this visual memory will acknowledge and establish that moment straight away, even if it happened a long time in the past. Okay, that over there I was feeling so much embarrassed, and you can, how to say, recall that moment. What did you think about that? And how, you know, every emotion and stuff. That is why I'm doing it, because this is the only way to remove it from your system. Okay, if I would make this shoot comfortable, relaxed, there is no challenges in there, there will be no, how to say, effect. Yes, we could have those staged images, staged post, and, you know, how to say, I can shoot you only in those flattering posing, you know, like they say, oh, flattering. We don't shoot non-flattering. I'm shooting flattering and non-flattering, because to understand your body from every angle and every aspect, you know, only then when you receive all the information and understand how you look like, and not only in the angle this way and then chin down and then the eyes look there and then, you know, no, everything has to be natural, and your body reactions to certain posing is also natural. Okay, if you can't get yourself turned on in this position, which you think it was, you know, possible and stuff, you will change it naturally to the one that which your body feel more comfortable, and you will see this work happening in front of you. I mean, I'm seeing happening in front of me, but when you have the whole photo shoot experience, all the highlights, that's why you need this photography, because you will see your journey from the moment you step a foot into the studio and the photographer start working with you as a personality. Like I say, there are two different photo shoots. One when you shot as an object, when no one cares, they care just to make few great shots, okay, quickly as possible, and get another client, because time is money, right? That's how photography works at this point. You need to be very specific what you're shooting. And another thing, when I am making educational material, which is every time is new, because people are experiencing in a different way the same situations or the same emotions. We are more or less growing up in this category, okay, have these certain issues, right? Another category, which is my kids, for example, you know, so on, they will be experiencing maybe different issues. So I do not refer this. I refer to people, mature people at the moment now, who grow up without a nudity exposure. We have not seen normally naked bodies anywhere. Okay, there was no internet. I've seen naked bodies in my anatomy books. Okay, and we see some kind of introduction in biology classes, right? That's what we were familiar with. We didn't know, we didn't speak much about sex. There was not much information. Everyone was embarrassed to kiss in the public or to hold hands in the public and so on. This is the generation where I'm coming from, okay? And I know how it's hard, okay, to move on with yourself, with your body, and in general with your happiness. Because like I say, if you have problems with yourself, to you, okay, to the way you look, to the way you feel, to the way you accept yourself, okay, that's why people sit at home, don't go anywhere, okay, don't want to, you know, show themselves very much, don't want to, you know, they want to just sit online, internet, hide in a cave, and how to say, very rarely to come out, because self-confidence, they don't want to show anyone anything. Okay, so imagine these people coming to the studio where they're absolutely scared. I can already I can already specify them. Okay, I can sense when there is a very scared person. Okay, it asks too many questions and asks ridiculous questions. Okay, and I know that the person is coming first time, and then I say, why me? But no, I'm not taking now everyone, so that's a good thing for me. But I am saying that majority of public of us, it is normal to be in this situation because we grow up like that. I've just mentioned before how we grow up. We didn't see any nudity. We did not explore our borders. Okay, we have not explored enough our bodies. And in general, people, a lot of people went to education, went to families, maybe went to businesses. They even didn't have a great sex life. Okay, experience. They didn't. Okay, now when they, when they say this middle age crisis, okay, I'm like reaching this middle age crisis, and I understand why this crisis is happening. Okay, I mean, my life was different, but I meet a lot of people at that stage who finally say, I want to be sexy now, I want to live life now, I want to understand, I want to experience, I want to connect, I want to attract, I want to still live and still want to do something. And that's where you are starting from. You are starting from yourself and from your body. Because if you're not confident with your body, it's much harder to connect, okay, with the other person. It is. It is. You just lack of everything, and people like confident people. People like people who love themselves. Okay, people like people who are, how to say, who are sure about themselves, what they're doing, how they're looking, and so on, right? So that is work. If we come from the limited and blocked society, and every time everything was not allowed, and how to say, and you need to ask someone permission to do this, to do that, and you come to erotic photo shoot and you don't need to ask anyone's permission. It is up to you. So people, yes, people freaking out very much. So first thing, they're freaking out about bodies. The second thing, they're freaking out about this whole porn industry. They don't want to become this part of the whole industry. Really, really. And some delusionally think that they will do one photo shoot and they would become straight away, porn stars or whatever, or something, right? Which is so funny. If that would be easy, okay, everyone would do. But it's not that easy. Models really need to work hard, to get there. Okay, so it's not gonna happen. And then the other factor was it's the childhood. It's a conscious programs which are happen to you in the time when you was growing up. And everyone has different problems. Okay, everyone has a different accent. Okay, when people are coming dressed guys want to dress like woman want to dress like guys, one want to be dominated, other one to be submissive, maybe this fantasy, maybe that fantasy. From where all these kings and fetishes are coming from? You don't know? You don't know from where it's coming? We are all here adults discussing erotic photography, erotic videos, and erotic fantasies, okay? And I am talking about people, how people experiencing these sessions, okay? And I can actually define, because I am saying to you, these erotic fantasies, erotic kinks, erotic desires, everything is coming from your subconscious mind information. That's what is coming from you. And most of the time, if you're not gonna satisfy them, okay, I can tell you a very simple example. Today, my mom is calling me and she doesn't want to go to work anymore. Okay. Like she doesn't want to go to, but she has a great job. Okay. She works in a clinic. She works in a clinic, in a private clinic, and she says, I am so depressed, I am so this, and she had this disease come out, like arthritis, and her leg was swollen and stuff. And I say, Mom, if you don't want to go there already, and you know this, but she don't want to, how to say, quit, okay, and then all this because emotional body or emotional self, okay, it is created connected to your physical self, okay, and if emotionally you are going to cheat, physically is going to reflect. So my mom leg was swollen and she couldn't go to that clinic anyway, okay, so that's how in life things are coming out, okay, through your health. If you're blocking something what you desire or what you want emotionally, don't want to go to this job, you should change it. Because if you keep going, of course it's going to be a depression and anxiety and I don't know any other, because of this stress you're experiencing, there will be a lot of autoimmune problems, there will be a lot of, how to say, viruses thriving, and you name it. That's why I'm working with these sexual and erotic fantasies, because these are, how to say, the harder topics, okay? And and I'm treating my clients as my patients, okay? That's why I am professional. That's why I can be professional at my studio and on my services, because I understand where this thing is coming from, okay? It's, how to say, the biggest problem what the world is facing, okay, is the mental conditions, okay? When it is a physical condition, you can see straight away, okay? I cut the finger, today is swollen, and I can see that there is must be some infection on this finger because yesterday I cut, right? That is physical. It is totally different reaction and expression on your emotional body, okay? No, people don't know this, but emotional body is, it's very hard to heal, and it's very hard to see what to heal, okay? And the reason why I'm telling you this, because I met a lot of gorgeous women, okay? Gorgeous woman, drop dead gorgeous, you will meet in the studio and you will think, I can't be so beautiful. Just can't be. And then she will go in front of the mirror and she will speak disgusting words to herself, and in these words will be disrespect. Words will be worthy, not enough, not good enough, and so on. And you will think, what the hell is in that head? Why she don't see this what I see? Okay, you understand? That's where the illness and sickness is coming from, and that's why you need to address that. And erotic fantasies, oh, believe me, that's a deep 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 topic, okay? And these erotic fantasies, they have to be reflected and they have to be expressed, okay? Because if you're suppressing, then it's come out. I can say, I already told you, emotionally suppressed things, they coming out as a physical, illness, and so on and so on. It happened to me, it happened to everyone, it's constantly happening to people, and very soon people will realize that they need to work on the mental state, okay? And the mental state is the first thing what I as a photographer evaluate before the photo shoot. Okay, seriously, because my photo shoot could be easy or my photo shoot could be very hard. It depends on the person's mental state, not how the person looks, okay, and not how the body looks or what is the body condition, okay, because you can have a hot looking girl, amazing girl, beautiful, I don't know, everything is beautiful around her, and you can make a beautiful pictures, and all she would see is disgusting, I don't know, something is disgusting about her or something, and all she would see is that, okay? And you can't, replace those eyes with mine, okay? And I had this case, I can tell you. I had one lady, she sent me her pictures, I booked her in. She sent me pictures how she was, I don't know, 13 years ago, whatever, more than 10. And then after, she was an escort lady, hot, sexy, tall, beautiful. And then she got married and she got kids and then she got divorced. And then after this life, she decided to do another erotic escort portfolio and start working. However, that person who was 10, 13 years ago, slim, hot, sexy, 20 years old girl, and 30 years old girl after the kids, there were two different people, okay? And two different people, two different body categories, okay? Two different personalities, two different, everything, it was different, okay? And so it is very hard to shoot a mature, curvy, still sexy lady and make her to look slim, 20 years old young girl. It is very hard, okay, unless you use a total Photoshop. But in real photography, it's like shooting illusion. Okay, and I have these ladies, okay, like that, especially the adult workers. They are working, but I'm not talking even adult workers. This broken image or visual perception of yourself is a mental condition. No matter how slim you get, you would see yourself fat. No matter how much you would lose weight, okay, you would always see yourself fat, right? Or no matter, what else what kind of example you think for yourself. But I am just saying, these people are the hardest to please and photograph because they have condition already. They don't see it. They think that they are these people 10 years ago, and that's what they look and that's what they want for. Okay, so then you need to think about it and go about it. But 10 years is not a big difference. And she could achieve exactly the same result, like I said, on Photoshop, or she would go on the diet for half a year and then come back for a shoot and she would get that, okay? But when there is a 50 or 60-year-old lady who come and she want to look like 18 or 19, that's even a harder condition. Okay. And I've seen these as well. Okay, so this is a harder condition, harder to please, and how to say, well, there is the only way. You can just put plastic fantastic editing. Okay, this is the only way. I do not recommend that. I do not teach that. I recommend to go away from these clients because they need to sort their mental state first, okay? A 60-year-old lady cannot look at the pictures like she's 18 because it's not possible, okay? It is possible to photograph this way. I am not saying it's not possible to photograph. It is possible to photograph certain diffuse lighting, maybe from the distance, and so on and so on. There are many ways you can apply it if there will be a task and great money behind it. But I'm saying, as a photographer, I don't feel flattered to create this type of photography. I don't want to, how to say, spoil here any fun, but I'm very straightforward, and I even prefer now less editing, the less editing as possible. The more dirty and naughtier shots, the more close-up, okay? I prefer this, and I like raw, natural format. I'm not saying I'm giving raw images. I'm giving JPEGs, but I'm just saying I like the way they come out, okay? The way I shoot is already amazing, and people very often don't. That's the problem with me, because editing is another service, okay? And people always say, we've seen these pictures. They don't need any editing. They're already amazing. And I lose a lot of money from that, okay, from editing process, because because they already think they look great, okay? After editing, they would look even more amazing, right? But the majority of people who booking editing, they making some kind of a book, they making some kind of a collection, they preparing for something, or it's adult models. That's when they actually need editing process. And general public just need a quality experience, okay, and need a direct approach which will be tailored to their needs, okay? And what that means, tailored to their needs, someone wants to shoot fetish, okay, and has kinks to, I don't know, to robes, to colors, to choking, to bondage, whatever. Someone has this, okay? Because there are, when you're shooting adult content, there are different adult content makers. I'm making every content. I don't have any limits, okay? Someone wants vanilla, all soft, romantic, gentle, okay? Someone wants to mix and match, okay? Someone wants, more glamour. Someone wants only nude, okay, and no clothes on and stuff. Someone, there are different people have different priorities, okay? And that's how I work. I actually analyze what are the symptoms first. What are the symptoms? What is the personality like? Okay, what type of footage and material they like to create? Okay, what are the boundaries? What are the limits? Okay, what is going to be on our plan in terms of experiments, where I should put them, push them, and how to say, in general, what we should do, okay, with them. Because usually when they arrive, there are two types of client. One type of client, when they consider it, they know what they want. They know how much photography they want. They know how much videos they want. They know they want to try a few outfits. They know exactly few fantasies they want to try. Okay, so these are quite easy clients because they already disfigured, this out. But there is majority of clients, they like angels. They just fly to your studio. They come and then you decide, basically. Oh, would you like this? Ah, you decide. Oh, would you like this? Ah, you see, you decide. Okay. And then you decide everything for them. Okay. So when you decide everything for them, I am just asking few things. Okay. First of all, I can create a lot of lighting variations, okay? And that means that the file which they will get will not be the same. Every time when we're changing the setting, changing the outfits, changing the posing, I will change the lightings, okay? And that's why your file will be, all lights are different, everything is different, okay? And they will be like, yes, yes, we want this, the more artistic, the more crazy, the more lighting, we want this, okay? But then there is another problem with this, because when you are in an experimental zone, why other studios don't do this service, okay? They want to set it up and they don't want to fuss and waste time on another setup, okay? So that is why they're shooting everyone in the same proven and which works lighting setting, okay? The reason why they work with that setting, because then they have presets for that setting arranged and set up that they can do a post-production, okay? That's why it's a very, how to say, step-by-step process. It's like a chain, okay? And every person who would go into the studio, it would go through the same chain reaction, and they will get the same reaction after that chain. So the problem with my photo shoot is, first of all, we have very limited time to maneuver and change the lighting, so there will be a bigger margin of the error, but not the error in general. It's going to be a transmission, like transition from one set to the other in terms of lighting, till I will get this right, okay? Then another thing is that editing. Oh my gosh, can you imagine when every picture shot differently? Editing just jumps. And one picture, the highlights are too high. The other picture is too contrasted. The other one is too big shadows. The other one is, black and white point. So every picture has their own situations, okay? And you need more skills to understand how to edit different exposures, okay, and in general different lights. So that's time consuming, okay? And then editing process is again totally different to a different image lighting. So I'm constantly challenging myself. I'm working on this because I'm creating art, and art can't be easily created, okay? You can't create art doing the same thing. The reason why you can't make art doing the same thing, because you are not developing, okay? People need to evolve in their process, okay? They need to grow. And that's why I am artist in the studio, because if I will be shooting the same thing with every client and making the same images with everyone, I would not be an artist. Okay, first of all, how to say, it's very safe. Okay, you can prognose everything, you can plan everything, and you can set up a decent business. And I prepare the course. Actually, my starter beginner course is exactly set up this way, not to actually go away from my strategies, not to experiment. I do not recommend any of that because it's a time waste. And yes, you will be different to everyone and your artwork will stand out, and if you will be very talented, and you will be successful in the future. But it takes long time to actually figure this out, because lighting is a very big beast, especially when you work in the studio and when you have powerful lights like I have. Okay, so when you have powerful lights, it's a totally different situation. So yeah, so this video was about why people are scared. Okay, so people are scared because they have these blocks and insecurities inside them, and they don't know that. They don't know that. They just scared to do pictures, or they're scared to undress, or scared to even be sexual. They don't know how to be sexual. That's why they're scared. They don't know what to do during that shoot. They think that they will blow it. They think that they would not perform. They think that they are not suitable, not not good at the creating anything, never tried this, why to start, if you have not tried this before, and so on and so on. There are many excuses to go through, but I am just here to talk about these situations, to explain you more how erotic photography should be created, how people should be approached, and what you should try and experiment with during the photo shoot. And let me just tell you, for the very end, you know, to be confident and not afraid of undressing, you should become someone first. Okay, when you are a celebrity or a model or an actor, you would not have any of these problems. You would not. I can tell you, when I'm shooting actors, or any kind of other people who has exposure on themselves, it's a totally different photo shoot. Okay, it is a totally different topic, but they living a totally different life. Okay, and that's why it's a different topic, because they more exposed and less vulnerable. Okay, and they more appreciate, actually, because they know how much it took them. It's not easy for you to approach yourself directly. Okay, and especially to expose yourself and put yourself into the conditions, or into a challenge, or into some kind of event gig where you will be feeling nervous, you will be feeling not sure about yourself and about your photographer. So yeah, so I know what that is, because it's a nerve-wracking experience. I've been there myself. Okay, it's it's strange. Okay, but in the same time, if you're working with person who knows what to do, they will bring you back, and they will create an amazing content with you. The images or videos that how to say, surprise you, surprise you, and you will see yourself in a different way and value yourself in a different way. And that is the most informative thing that you can do for yourself. Okay, to have this type of photo shoot. And if you are a couple, then of course it will enrich your couple's life, because sexual experience for the couple is the most important experience in their life, and that's what they should be working on. And I will be telling about this more and more. Okay, for couples, thank you so much for watching. It's been lovely to be here. I want to finish this translation now, and I hope you understand that it is normal to be scared and to be shy. and to be awkward, to feel awkward, and to feel all these sensation. It is normal because I've explained you how we grow up, okay, and what we've seen and what we've been exposed to and what we've been told, okay, and all these things makes you don't want to do any photography, any undressing, don't involve me. And when the couples are shooting, very often, I'm not gonna shoot. No, no, this is for my wife. I don't know. I don't want to be in front of the camera. No, okay, but come dressed with. I always say to guys, because they know, no, no, I don't want to be with my wife. No, I don't want to take any pictures. I don't know. I don't want. It's for her, and stuff. And then I say to them, come with the shirt and the jeans and I don't know, jacket or something. Come, you know, smart casual. And I don't do any convincing. Okay, I don't do any convincing. They just see how deep is this photo shoot, and they want to become part of it, and they understand that that is the moment when actually I want to do it, or I will do it for myself, or I can do it, or actually it is, she has a point, I need to try this and for myself. And then the guys would enjoy it even more. Okay, somehow. Okay, somehow, but it's very strange. The moment you push them and say, okay, go now and try to shoot with your woman, that just go and do it, then you can't take them out from the studio. They want to participate in every setting, in every scene. And again, it's a minus for the studio because they book a photo shoot for one person, and then photo studio end up shooting a couple, okay. And they think it's because I'm enjoying so much, I'm doing my job, okay, and I have no difference, shoot them. But yeah, I always want to give couple that memory so then they can cherish and that they can have together. And sexy memories are the most cherishable, most rememberable, okay. That's what you will remember, is those memories, right, when you were sexy with your girlfriend or with your partner. So yeah, so it is normal to worry, and both sides worry, maybe women more because women care more about the body. That's normal and natural, right? And the woman will be the one who will not go to the photo shoot. If she doesn't, seriously, I'm saying, if it's the physical problem and she doesn't like something about it, she will not go, okay. And the man would think about, ooh, but that's gonna be a hot adventure, hot videos, hot content. So the men are more up for result, okay? They will come to do it because they want to have these sexy videos, okay? They want to have it. They want to do it, right? But woman will do it if, I don't know what you need to promise. I don't need to know what you need to promise, and I don't know what you need to say it. So yeah, so if lady has issues about their body, it's very hard to convince. Just all I can say, okay? The way you do it is you need to do it first and then agree on the photo shoot, not the way around it, okay? Because you need to convince your lady first, okay. That's the fastest way to have your photo shoot taken. I had actually the situations when at the start, when I started working as an erotic photographer, I received a lot of phone calls from guys, okay, who wanted to have a photo shoot and then calling me back and saying, I cannot convince my wife, I cannot convince, she's not gonna come, she doesn't want a photo shoot. And only then I remember that I had this thought idea about bringing erotic models so that they can have this sexual experience at the studio and have that couple experience sensations, right? With a stranger, but you would create scenarios and said that you can't make to do, you can't make it when he's alone, okay. So that's how I introduced hot and sexy models for those lonely men, or for men who would like to shoot with the woman but they don't have one, okay. And another thing what I can tell you about these situations when a single men and they would like to have a experience, actually they would like to have a relationship, they would like to have something real. And there is another psychological mental condition why they think that they can't find anyone, or that no one is out there for them, and somehow they are not sexy, not pretty, not attractive, and so on. And that's when they are coming to have a photo shoot. Okay. Yeah, lonely, a single man. Okay. And after that experience, they understand what to do, how to do, and they have images really hot that they are more successful than ever on dating sites. But then another, part on the dating site, I remember one guy came to have a photo shoot, and he was sending me pictures, of the ladies he chose. I mean, I can tell you, if you do a dating profile with me, after 2 weeks, you already have a hot date. That's a guaranteed. Okay. That's how good, I can take pictures of you, no matter, how you look. It just, how to say, the great pictures works for ladies. Ladies like representable men. Okay. And that's true. Okay. That's what we are paying attention on, everyone who took their time and seriousness to this, event, and approach it in the right way. So amazing pictures were good portraits, sexy images. Dating is not about nudity, it's about more mm, s- seductive part of it, sensual, sexual, seductive part. And you need to play a role in that part too, because when we are going for dating, we are looking to have sex with someone. Okay. And 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 probably, and I'm saying this straight away because I know that most of the guys are watching me, watching this, so you know that I'm right. Okay. And so that is why this is the first decision sexually. This content has to be exciting. Okay. It's up to you, and it's up to your photographer to create that, and then that's it. You will be lucky with this. But let me just go back to that situation. So you need few weeks to find the date, and dating photography definitely works. Everyone is looking now at the images and care about that a lot. But this guy, which I told you, he was he was a lawyer, and the family was a very strict family, came from the family. And what happened to him was that they wanted him to get married already, have children and stuff. And the girls he was choosing were all escort ladies, hot escort ladies. And then he is texting me and complaining, saying that, oh, they just want me to take them to the best spots, the best dining places, to shopping, to so on and so on. Okay. So I'm like, if you're looking for wife material, why would you looking for escort ladies? Okay, because I could see they are all escort. For me, there is no question in that. Okay, but he somehow didn't notice. Okay, he didn't notice this. And there was one lady. Oh my God, he invited her home, and she was an escort, and she was on drugs, and it was somewhere in the night or early morning. And he said that she smashed all his flat, even broke his guitar, and he had to call the police and so on. And I'm thinking, seriously, guys, when you are going for dating, right? Right? You need to understand a very simple thing. To represent yourself is one thing, right? But to create a portfolio is not enough. You need to be selective and understand other people, right? And if you just have an agenda, uh, you know, or attraction for a certain type of people, then there is more work to be done with you, okay? And how to say, and that's where you should start. Okay. Dating, it doesn't start from images. Dating starts from the person who you want to meet. Okay. And when we're doing a photo shoot, oh, we did that photo shoot with the hot sexy model with him, and he just thought that this is going to be his life. And when I'm doing a dating photo shoot, I constantly coming back to the same topic. I want these guys to describe me, this person, so that I would know for who I'm shooting, you know? I don't shoot in the blindness, but I ask all the details about this lady he would fancy or he would like to meet, or as much information as possible so that I can help him to attract that personality. That is the energy that you can create and display and attract these people. That's how you do dating photography, not just putting pictures where you was on the wedding or holiday, but you create dating photography with the purpose. Okay, and the first purpose is not just to get how to say all the chicks with your hot pictures and get all the hottest girls. Okay, because if you be clever like that, then you know situations like that happen when this guy invited this the hottest lady, okay, on the internet. And that's what happened. Okay, so that's what I'm saying, right? It's not there for you to be a prostitute on that dating site. It's there for you to, how to say, meet people and match with specific people, that your energy would attract specific people, right? Not just to be, how to say, a bait there. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I just discussed really long time now about erotic photography. I will be popping in and popping out all the time on my channel. I never stay. I don't have time to respond and reply, but I'm looking at the messages if it's a serious question. It's a question that you would like me to analyze, to talk about, you know, anything about what it comes to making erotic images and videos, I can explain or advise or how to say, give you other information which is in my competence. Okay, I have a vast experience and that's what I can talk about, but I am not here teaching you how to photograph. Okay, I have a course for that. I am here talking about public issues and in general what the person experiencing during the photo shoot or even before the photo shoot. Okay, why people are nervous? Because there are not many people who are really brave. I'm going to do an erotic photo shoot. Julia, can't wait. Everyone is, yes, I'm excited. I'm quite wait, but everyone is nervous, okay? Because they need to undress. If there will be no that part, okay, everything will be amazing and smooth. And I would have, how to say, 100% success. There are people who are so nervous, they do not arrive to the studio. Can you imagine that? They book a photo shoot, they know they want it, they know they need it, they pay the deposit, it's not going to come back, and they are happy to miss the deposit. And there was actually situations when, you know, before the photo shoot, I'm just sending the reminder, the last reminder, tomorrow is your photo shoot. Well, yes, yes, I'm coming, and tomorrow no one arrives. Okay? And like, where are you? What happened? And if something would happen, okay, people will say something would happen. But when there is no response, they just scared even, okay? This day came and they are pretty freaking out and they decided that, no, I can't do this. I can't do this. I even can't face to talk to her, okay? It's just too much. It's just too scary. And that's what I'm saying. When you feel this from nowhere, okay, subconsciously, there was some block which just came out and said, no, no, okay, I can't handle it, okay, I can't do it. And the same was with me with the camera fright. Okay, when I was looking into this camera, first of all, I was afraid to look straight into the camera. Okay, I was just like, how to say, and then I look at those videos and I'm thinking, if I'm looking away all the time and I am scared, how the video will come out? Okay, how stupid is that? What I am scared of? Someone will jump out of the screen with the knife and stab me? No. Why am I experiencing this, you know, how to say, cardiac situation? I'm serious. That was my fright. When I was in front of the video camera, I was always nervous and freaking out. And I don't know what I was scared of. No one will hit me here. No one will punch me. No one will, even if someone will say something negative, like you care, okay? Like seriously, that's the worst thing can happen during the video, right? Some kind of the comments. I don't know why people are scared, but I went through this, how to say, block insecurity, and you can see that it's one of the developing process. If I would not be able to look at the camera, I would not be able to move on, with my material. I would not go anywhere, okay? And that's how you go in life. If you feel that you have this obstacle in your life towards photography, towards your body, towards your reactions into, how to say, intimacy, into sensuality, into sexuality, if you have blocks and you don't want to do it, you clearly have problems about this, okay? So start reading about this, talking about this, and looking into this, right? Because these are the blocks which are stopping you in other areas. It's as simple as that. Because this bug is coming out every time when you're trying not only to do a photography, anything what is risky, anything what is uncomfortable, that's when it's coming out and blocking you. Okay, now it's enough. It was amazing. Thank you so much for watching. And I can see many of you here. And I hope you would have a great rest of the day. And I am just leaving because it's been a very long translation. I don't know. I just thought I'll just talk it out. Okay. So next video, I don't know. You send me in the comments, and in the comments you send me something what you want me to talk about. Erotic fantasies are very popular. But when I looked at my footage, my posts, the highest mark on the post when I'm talking about people scared or people afraid, or people who have some kind of blocks, inhibitions, everything what is about negative emotions, people are triggered. And I know that everyone has this. There are not many brave, like I say, people who would say, oh, I want to do erotic photo shoot and I want to do everything. I want to do everything. Everyone will say, no, 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 I just want to try something. I just want to try maybe a little bit of that. And no, 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 no. That's how it is. Yesterday, I was just talking with one guy for a shoot, and I don't know why I said this to him, because I'm very, how to say, as well, depending on the mood. I was thinking about, life and death. It's a normal thing what you think of, how much I can do before, this will happen. And then I said to him, yeah, yeah. He says, I've always wanted to do this erotic photo shoot. Again, we're talking about this. And I said to him, yes, you should do it before you die. And I was like thinking, why the hell I said this before you die? But that's true. Before you die, you should do some things. And those things should be the ones who you are, how to say, scared of, or or feeling uncomfortable about, right? These things you should face. So now for real, bye. Thank you so much. And I am teaching at my channel everything about erotic photography and what relates to it. Okay, personal issues, and of course professional issues.